If you have a GE washing machine that is leaking water into the tub constantly, maybe just a small drip, but you can't get it to shut off other than shutting your water hose off, let's go ahead and replace the water valve. Sadly, with this type of GE washer, it's pretty common that the valves could get debris or get damaged or just simply fail from a material defect, causing that constant drain. Fortunately though, replacing the water valves in this is both rather affordable, but super easy to do. It may be the easiest machine in the world to replace these. So I'm going to show you how to do this in probably a minute or two. So let's go ahead and do that today.
First, make sure the machine is unplugged from electric and the washer hoses have been removed. When you have the washer hoses off, you may want to inspect the filter area for obstructions that could have caused the water valves to clog or fail potentially. If they are clogged, you may want to invest in some filtered screens for the hoses prior to the valve. Also, if you need to buy the valves and you don't have them yet, I have a link to buy them from my website for the exact same valves we're installing on this washer. There are two screws that hold the console in place on this GE washing machine, one on each side behind the washing machine console, and you need to remove these with a 1/4-inch hex head screwdriver. These screws are extremely long, so make sure to place them somewhere safe. Once you have both screws out, you can now roll the washer console up and forward. Note that there are a ton of wires, and there's a pressure hose that doesn't allow you to totally remove the console, so you may want to remove the pressure hose to give you a little bit more room. This will allow you to roll the console further away from the water valves during this replacement. There are two screws holding the water valve in just in front of the water valve housing, and they're both 1/4-inch hex head screws. These are shorter screws, so make sure to save them. You can now remove the wire harnesses on the water valves, but as you can see here, I'm having trouble with the one on the right. To remove a difficult harness, you can use a pair of needle nose pliers. I wedge the tip of both sides of the needle nose plier on the connector, then I leverage against the solenoid itself to press and push the wire harness off the spade connector, and this usually works great and works on a lot of different appliances. Next, you want to make a note of which collar wires match up with the harness, and here I am separating them so I don't mix them up easily. The water valve literally slides up and out away from the washer. To put the new valve in, you simply push it in the same way at an angle and then down. However, the washer tub shifted when I pulled the old valves out, so I had to open the lid up, take my hand and move the tub to the rear of the washing machine, which let me slide the new valves in great. After this, you just need to line the holes up between the washer lid and the new valve housing, and then go ahead and reinsert the 1/4-inch hex head screws. Make sure to put the wire harness in the right order back to the valve solenoids, and you're essentially all done. All we have to do is put the console back on the washer. Make sure to reattach the pressure hose on the board while you move the console back towards the rear of the washer lid. Then you'll need to roll the console back onto the washer lid. You may need to rock the console back and forth a little bit, but you should feel the plastic tabs on the console slot and lock into place. When you have this done, simply reinsert the two long screws back into place on the washer console and tighten them down with a screwdriver. These are really long screws, so you actually have to insert them quite a ways before they thread, so they are a little awkward to get in the right area. And with that, you're done, and hopefully your washer no longer leaks.